Hey everyone, welcome to a new blogging niche site video. In today's video, I'm going to go ahead and make a video for the newcomers on this channel who are thinking about starting a blog. You probably noticed that my blog homepage looks a little bit different than what it once looked like. It probably used to look like this. I did make some updates to it behind the scenes, and I will go over some of those updates in the future. However, for now, let's go ahead and talk about the video, which is the topic. The topic is beginner's advice for people who are willing to start a blog or thinking about starting a blog. And the reason why I'm going to give this video or make this video is because this video is probably the most important video. And there's a lot of people who may have the wrong idea about what a blog is. And generally, I see a lot of people overestimate the complexity of what a blog is. And a blog is nothing more than just creating content, written content, for readers. That's really it. And a lot of people, like I said, complicate the process. But if I was to simplify everything for you, I would just tell you from everything that I learned with creating over 40 websites that are making me an income today. Probably created hundreds of websites in my personal time, where many have failed. But the biggest thing that stops for somebody from actually growing into the business and making money, whether it be $5 a month or $5 a day or $500 a day, comes down to one thing. It's consistency. So you know yourself. You know yourself if you're going to be willing to work on something each and every day. And when I say each and every day, it doesn't actually have to be every single day. I personally like to work on my personal businesses every single day, even during the weekends. For me, weekends is a concept that doesn't exist, but not everybody's like that. But what's important is the concept of consistency. You have to somehow do something every certain set period of time. For some people, it might be, every other day. For some people, it might be once every 4 days or 5 days or once a week or whatever it is. The number is irrelevant, right? That's not the relevant concept. The concept that's relevant is if you're actually going to be able to stick to it, okay? And there's a lot of people coming from different worlds listening to this. Maybe they've never started a business in their life. Maybe they've done print on demand. Maybe they have attempted creating a blog before, but they stopped or they failed. And the only way you can fail is if you stop currently working on what you're doing. So to put things into perspective, when people start a blog, they'll start and they won't get the results that they want right away, maybe 3 months, 4 months in, and that will be the reason why they stop or they let off the gas. And to put things into perspective, guys, this blog, right, let's say today it reached 20 brand new people, and total sessions maybe, and I'm estimating on a low end, but let's just say 60 sessions, right? Those 60 sessions, those 60 different pages that were viewed today and interacted with and all these things, that's a number that's now. If I don't continue to nurture this website, those 60 will eventually become 0. And if I do nurture the website and I grow it and I improve it slowly, that 60 will turn into 600. That 600 will turn into 6,000. That 6,000 will turn into 60,000, right? It all just depends on how much I'm willing to give it. And it's very much like a video game. The more you can apply to it, the more nurture, the more care, the more effort and energy, the more results you'll get back. And like I said, a lot of people give up way too early, and there's no reason to give up. Okay, what you're going to hear a lot of the times is you're going to hear other bloggers say, oh, you're in the wrong niche, or you're in the wrong space, or you're doing this wrong, or you're doing that wrong. I'm telling you, all it takes is one blog to generate the first few visitors, for it to shift your identity, to shift your viewpoint. And this is the same thing when it comes to anything else in the world, right? You have people who are learning how to lift weights. Maybe they're on the bench press for the first time. When they're on the bench press for the first time, they're not going to lift, a 135 or a plate. They're going to first have trouble with the bar. Maybe they're all shaky. They don't know how to stabilize the bar, whatever it is. And then over time, consistently, they work at it. But if they come once a month, every once a month here, and then they skip a month or two, and then they skip, a week here and there, and they're not consistent, they're not focusing on it, right? They don't make it a priority, then it's never going to improve drastically. And everybody watching this wants drastic improvement, not only in their finances, but in their businesses and in their lives. And the thing about a blog that makes a blog special is it's not an actual business. It's a content generation machine. That's really what it is. You can generate income by having ad show, or you could generate income by selling a digital product, or you can have income generated through affiliate marketing through a blog. There's so many ways to generate income. But you really, really want to understand that it's not really a business. It's not a stressful thing. Trust me, I've ran a business before. And a business is something that you have to wake up every day and you have to attend to. To put things into perspective, my very first business was probably my largest business I've ever had, which was something that I built. It was a clothing business, and I exited that company. I sold that company for a very large amount at a very young age. The point here is that from there, I learned that I have the skills necessary to go out there and build it. And you might tell me, well, Mark, you didn't really, you got lucky, or you had low competition, or whatever the case might be. And I'll tell you that the exact method that I'm telling you to make money online now, which is blogging, is the exact method that was the very first thing that produced income for me, which I could not afford advertising to sell my clothing. So what I did was I started blogging. I started doing SEO. I started building the website out. And that's what it is. It's an adventure. You're building your business out. You're building your website out, and you're adding components to it. And the best thing I can relate the blogging business to is when you start your blog, you're creating a field guide. You're creating a field guide for the individual who's about to trot that journey of going through your website. And you have to, your goal, I'm not going to say you have to, because in this world you don't have to do anything, but your goal is to provide the necessary information or content for that person, right? In whatever niche. It does not have to be finances, it doesn't have to be money, it doesn't have to be whatever. It could be something as simple as how to develop self-confidence. It could be something as, I'll give you an example. There's a guy out there who created something called the snake diet. And the snake diet, I think, is like basically you eat once like every, I could be wrong, but like you eat once a day or once every few days or whatever it is, and you eat a bunch of food, and then the whole rest of the other few days you're just drinking water. Once again, don't quote me on it, but the point is he created this concept called the snake diet, and he has a blog on it. And this blog educates and helps thousands and thousands and thousands of people who want to do the same thing he's doing, right? That was an idea that never existed at one point, but he nurtured it. He created a field guide around everything that people would have to know, and they used it as a resource to gain information and gain income from. So building a blog will only pay you back in the same ratio or in the same effort or units that you give it. The more you give it, the more it'll give you back. I was working, like I said, on this blog just yesterday, just improving the site. And something that I always say is getting better 1% each and every day. You don't have to move mountains every day. You don't. Some people when they first start their blog, their goal is to like, I'm going to write 3 blogs today, and I'm going to create this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. You don't have to do all that. Nor should you, because you want to produce good results. What you really should focus on is getting 1% better every day. Imagine if you got 1% better every day and you stack that up for 6 months. 6 months' time. You'd be insane amount of progress, right? So what I'm trying to say here is that if you're thinking about starting a blog, the most important thing is your consistency. And you know yourself. If you're not going to be able to stay consistent, this is not for you. Maybe you can do something else. Right? But this itself is not for you. But I'll tell you this, out of all the things that produce for me an income, blogging income has been the safest income. It's been the thing that hasn't changed up or down. It's been the thing that's most profitable. And like I said, because it comes down to this, after I create that perfect field guide, that content that just helps everybody answer every question they could possibly answer, right, through the art of a website, right, because that's what it is, I can move on to a next project and the next one and so on. And that project, that website, becomes an income generating machine for me. Whether it be a small income or a large income is irrelevant, but it becomes an income for me. And that income, right, satisfies me, and I move on to a next project and so on. I've said this before, but you don't need one website to provide you all your income. You don't need that. You can have a portfolio of websites. Number one, it helps you diversify, which is a good thing because when Google drops an algorithm update or anything like that, you're safe, right? And the second thing, more importantly, is it gives you, spice in your life. Why would you want to sit there and write about the same thing over every single day, So I have websites in all different spaces. I have a website, one of my most profitable websites is an affiliate marketing website for a treadmill company, right? One of the most profitable websites I have. I'm not going to share it because I don't want to expose it, but it's very, very profitable. I have another website that is a mental health website, like it's a self-development, self-help kind of thing. And I sell very small products on there. It's actually a self-help journal that I sell in there for $10. It's not something that provides a lot of income, but it is a supplement. It provides something, right? You don't need to change your universe with one thing. Now, is it possible for you to go ahead and provide or create a business or a blog that generates tens of thousands of dollars every week? You can. You absolutely can. I'm not going to sit here and say that you can't. You absolutely can. Every single website on the internet is a niche site. It serves needs to a niche. And that's what I'm telling, what is the purpose of this channel and what I recommend doing. I don't recommend you go out there and create a general site, etc. I recommend you create a niche site, nurture it, give it attention every day, work a little bit on it, give 1%, improve it by 1% every day, and you will grow slowly and gradually see the results. The person that's successful versus the person that's not successful in this industry is simply the person that did not get distracted by all the buzz and kept nurturing, kept working on that blog. That's the only difference. That's the only difference, because that guy who quits early or that girl who quits early, they could have had a future of passive income waiting for them, but they didn't. They didn't continue the course. So if you're watching this, you want to build passive income, you're thinking about blogging, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take consistency and it's going to take patience. But if you're willing to go through that, you can make income pretty easily. Okay. And it doesn't take that long. It takes 5 months, 6 months, a year maybe. And that's pretty much it. You can do very well after that. But it's just asking a lot for a lot of people. When you tell somebody to be patient for 6 months, that's a lot for some people. That's a lot for some people, like I said. So everybody's different. Everybody's capable of different things. And I hope this video helps you all out. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.